Hi, I'm Mathew Fraser. I am very fortunate to have had the Rotary Club of Burnaby sponsor me to go to the RYLA camp in April of 2010. We participated in many exercises that helped us in different ways, such as helping us learn to trust in others as well as in ourselves, helped us learn to lead, and taught us communication skills. The first night of our stay, we had a session called the talking stick. What this involved was one person would stand at the front of the group with the talking stick and tell us about anything they had on their mind. Then when they were done, another person could take the talking stick and do the same. This session is an amazing idea, as it allows people to let out all of their stress by telling others about their difficulties in life. I don't think there is anywhere else people can trust each other so fully without fear of being judged. This was likely the most important thing for some of the people that went to this camp. One of the activities that I especially think everyone should experience before going out in the world is the Communication Styles Workshop. We were taught that there are 4 main groups of communication style and how to communicate with each group. I think that it is vital to future leaders and followers alike to understand how to communicate effectively with others. The high and low ropes exercises helped us learn to trust each other and work together in order to succeed, which are other very important qualities that everyone should have. On the high ropes, we trusted the belayer to keep the rope tight and lock it so that if we fell, the rope would hold us up. On the low ropes, we had an activity where we had to lean on another person to proceed along the rope. It was very challenging. We also did an exercise where we had to lift someone and get them through a suspended car tire. Needless to say, the person being lifted felt like their life was in our hands. This was a fun exercise because it was challenging and we had to work together. I really enjoyed both the high and low ropes exercises. Another activity that I found taught us a very good lesson was the 4-way test. In this activity we had 4 groups and each group was given a paper. We were told that every round we would write down either an X or a Y. If all 4 groups chose Y, then we would all gain $100,000. However, if any groups chose X, the others had to pay those groups, and if every group chose X, then they all lost $100,000. So the idea was that if all groups choose Y, we all gain money, but if one group chooses X, then the others lose money and that one gains more money. Every round, our representative would go into the other room with the other group's representatives and discuss how we would all make some money. Obviously, they decided that we would all choose Y so that we would win. Unfortunately, one group wouldn't trust the others and chose X instead, and therefore the groups lost money. This is a very good example of how businesses need to work together so that everyone can make money. It also taught us negotiation skills and helped us practice our teamwork. I found this to be a very fun exercise and it really taught me a lot about how humans interact. Every team did a skit and it was a blast. Our group had some difficulty coming up with a good idea at the beginning, but we did eventually think of something and pulled it all together in time. All of the skits were well thought out and entertaining, with a couple of really brilliant ones. I really enjoyed the time spent with Brock Tully. He's very funny and his enthusiasm made his presentations even more interesting. I thought it was neat to learn about his life and his travels by bike. I'm sure that everyone would love to do the things he's done, and I'm very glad that he shared his experiences with us. As for the camp itself, the camp staff were some of the friendliest I've met. They really got into the activities, and in doing so helped us get into them as well. The campgrounds themselves were great for accommodating us and our activities, and had many places to go for some quiet time if need be. Also, the food was definitely the best I've ever had at a camp. I would like to thank the camp leaders and volunteers for their support and willingness to help with anything we asked. They were always able to answer any of my many questions. I am very glad that we had the volunteers there to help us also, and I think that they really got something out of it as well. For all of these reasons and more, I would like to thank my sponsors for having sponsored me to go to this camp and giving me the opportunity to meet everyone there and to learn from what I experienced. It truly was an experience that I will never forget. Thank you very much.